Hey, welcome back to the Bound by Art podcast. I'm Missi Blue, tattoo artist, business owner, and your guide to navigating the chaos that is the tattoo industry. If you're an artist looking to grow your business, attract the right clients, and learn how to survive this career without losing your damn mind, then you are in the right place. Every week, I'll be bringing real talk, actionable tips, and hard-earned lessons from my own journey with a side of good vibes and a little bit of sarcasm. Whether you're new to the game, feeling stuck, or you just need a kick in the ass to get that spark back again, this is the show for you. Welcome to Bound by Art, and now let's get to work. Today, we're getting into something that's on every artist's mind right now: how to break free from that constant hustle of wondering if you're going to have enough clients next week. I've been there scrambling to fill my schedule, feeling that pressure of not knowing when the money's coming in next. It's a stressful and scary place to be. So today, I'm going to share what's worked for me, from building better client connections to creating an experience that keeps people coming back. These are tried and true methods that not only bring in more clients, but also turn your current clients into loyal supporters who will spread the word for you. And I promise, while it may not be an overnight fix, it's doable and it is worth it. So if you're ready to shift your mindset and make a lasting impact on your business, let's jump in and start putting these strategies to work for you. Do you want to get out of the "will I be able to pay my bills next week" loop? Because I got you. Are you stuck in an endless cycle of scrambling for clients every week, never fully being able to feel comfortable that you'll have income? I've been there. It's a rough place to be. It can be really scary at times. Obviously, nothing is guaranteed, but knowing you have a little wiggle room would be nice, wouldn't it? Well, I'm going to tell you what worked for me and share all of my tips for bringing in more clients. As with most of my advice, this is not going to be an overnight fix. I'm sorry, I wish that was that easy. This is something that's going to take work, dedication, consistency, and some planning and strategy. But I'm here to help, and hopefully we can get that ball rolling for you as soon as possible. I have found this to be the most valuable piece of information I have ever given when it comes to my business. It's also the most important thing you need to know when trying to run your business. Because let's face it, being a tattoo artist is a whole ass business. You're a one-person show, and the most important thing that you can do right now is to focus on the clients that you already have and give them an unforgettable experience. Forget about bringing in new clients. Let them spread the word for you. Sounds too easy, right? It is easy, and it does work. People try to think too big when it comes to their business. In reality, it all comes down to one simple idea. If you provide a great service and experience to every single person that comes through, there's no way your business won't grow. So how do you give them an unforgettable experience? There are so many things you can do. I'm only going to name a few that I tend to focus on, but this is what has worked for me. Number one, make them feel known. No one enjoys the feeling of being just a number to their artist. They want to be remembered, so remember them. I have the memory of a fucking goldfish. I can't tell you the amount of times in my career that I asked someone, "So, is this your first tattoo?" only to be met with the "you've done 3 of my tattoos" response. Oops. We've all been there, right? Just me? No, I doubt it. You guys have all done this. I know it. And it is the worst feeling. As much as they want to be remembered, I think we also don't want to be caught forgetting, because it sucks. So just remember them. Take notes if you have to. Have you seen that episode of The Office where Michael Scott has a Rolodex of all of his clients with notes about their lives and interests and family? Do that. I have the ability to write notes in my scheduling app for all my appointments. I put important information on there that I want to remember and little hints to help me remember our last session and things we talked about. So when they come in, I'm not pretending to remember them. I actually do. I look them in the face, I smile, I remember their jobs, their stories, but you have to actually remember them. You can't just have notes. Having notes is really nice until you don't have them. And you're at the local pumpkin patch with your family, and someone walks up, your client or your coworker's client, or is this a cashier at the grocery store? Fuck, where do I know her from? It's the worst, right? I used to be absolutely awful at remembering names until I saw this TED Talk about it. This guy is some like world champion at remembering things. Don't worry, I wasn't aware there was a competition for this either, but I don't think I'm being invited to participate. So, not information that I need to know. But I'm going to let you in on his little secret because it does actually work and I've been doing it ever since. He says the reason we don't remember people's names is because we haven't taken the time to properly file them in our brains. So before the show, he goes onto the lobby and he meets like 50 people and gets all of their names. They have no idea what's happening. He's just introducing himself and meeting all these people. So once he's on stage, he says, if I met you in the lobby, stand up. So all these people stand up and he says, I'm going to tell you your name. And if I'm right, sit down. And he goes through every single one of these like 50 people and gets their names right, which is insane. And they've never met him before. He doesn't know these people. This is his first time meeting them. And he remembered all of their names. He has an image attached to every name he's ever encountered. So if he meets someone named Karen, he finds a physical feature of her face and he attaches an image of a carrot to her face because carrot in his mind means Karen. So when he sees her again, it's a subconscious thing. He doesn't see her and think carrot. He just knows her name is Karen because he has associated her face with another object that stands for the name in his brain. Then he goes on to show you, you meet someone and they tell you their name and, their name's Steve, and he writes Steve on a piece of paper and throws it on the floor. And, then he meets Karen and he throws Karen on the floor. So, weeks later, he's in the grocery store and he sees this person and he's like, fuck, what's their name? I can't remember their name. And he's scrambling around the floor trying to find the piece of paper that he wrote Steve's name on. He can't find it because he didn't file it properly. So that is his analogy for what happens in our brains when we don't file it properly, is you're just throwing the names all over the floor and hoping you'll find the right one again. But if you associate an image with the name, you will instantly remember. And I do this too. And I remember the first time I did it and I was so excited about it. This guy, I'm still not going to remember what his name was. His name was either Michael or Joshua, which seem very different names, but he comes in for his appointment and I'm like, you're Mike, right? And he's like, no, Josh. And I was like, oh, so close. And to him, he's like, that's not close at all. What is she talking about? But to me, I associate both of those names with my brothers. I have a Mike and a Josh brother. So I knew I had that feeling that he was one of the brother names, and I just, blurted out one of them because I still haven't figured out how to differentiate the two names. So I wouldn't recommend associating the name with a person because that's difficult. But yeah, it worked. I was so stoked about it because I was like, oh my God, that actually fucking worked. This guy is a genius. So just a little tip on how to remember names if you're really bad at remembering names. It's pretty cool how that works. But try that out the next time you meet someone and let me know if that helps you. Getting back to our how to make clients love us checklist. Number 2, make them feel understood. Everyone wants to fit in and feel like they belong. It's so deeply part of the human condition that we want it without even knowing that we want it. You can't make your client feel understood without getting to know them a little bit. Get them talking about themselves. They didn't come here to talk about you or to listen to you talk about yourself in a monologue format. I'm not going to name names or point any fingers, but just take a moment here to self-reflect. Are you this person that treats every tattoo appointment like your own private stage? Do you talk about yourself the entire 6-hour appointment, or do you take that time to get to know your client? This is the perfect opportunity to find out what makes them awesome. It's one of my favorite things to do. I make it like a little game. How am I going to get this person to tell me some cool stories or what their superpower is or what makes them great? Everyone loves talking about themselves. So ask questions. Let me add a little disclaimer here. Don't interrogate the poor kid. They aren't on trial, but keep the conversation coming back to them. If you don't know how to ask questions or which questions to ask, Google that shit. I'm serious, totally serious. Anything you could possibly want to learn can be found in a Google search, including questions to ask to get someone talking. I actually buy these little card decks with questions on them. They're meant to be like conversation starters. I use them with my kids at home. They sit on the dinner table, so when we sit down to eat, we just pull random cards and ask questions, and it really gets them talking. And they love it. They're almost excited to do it. I don't think that they care about what we have to say for our answers, but they like being asked the questions. And if deep questions like those can get teenagers talking at the dinner table, deep questions will definitely get your clients talking. Nobody wants to hear, so do you have any plans this weekend? Or how was your week? What do you do for work? No one wants those questions. Get in there and ask them, would they rather lose all their memories or never be able to make new ones? Like, ask some serious questions, like right out the gate. They're going to be like, whoa, this girl's nuts, but I love it. And then they're going to get right into a good conversation. Just skip over the pleasantries. It's boring. I don't use those conversation card decks for the shop, by the way, but now that I'm thinking about it, maybe I should. That could be fun. Once you get them talking and laughing, you'll find that one thing that you have in common. So go get ready to do karate in the garage because you guys just became best friends. But seriously, be genuinely interested. This is actually a chance to make a new friend. So just give a shit. Number 3, make them feel comfortable. Most people coming in to get tattooed are going to be nervous, maybe even a little scared. The best thing you can do for them and yourself is to make them feel comfortable as soon as possible. Welcome them into the shop and show them around immediately. I have my counter staff trained to do this, but when someone walks in the shop, we all say hi, not just her. She greets them and gets them checked in and then gives them a little tour. In my shop, we have a client area where we keep free drinks and snacks for them. And so she'll show them where that is, offers them a seat on our comfy couch until we're ready for them. And if we're still setting up, we include them in our conversations as much as possible. She talks to them. She jokes around with them. We don't just ignore them and let them sit there. If it's been a long day and you're tired, burnt out, grumpy, maybe a little hangry, I get it. We've all been there too. But dude, you need a break. Go take a break for a few minutes. Excuse yourself, go somewhere to get centered, refresh. Do what you got to do because you don't want to let them see that you're moody and irritable. You don't want to make your client feel like they're a burden to you. I promise you they would rather you take 10 minutes to zen the fuck out and come back your normal cheery self than they would rather you start on time as your asshole alter ego. Making your client comfortable will also help cut down on the amount of clients that get lightheaded and pass out on you. I 100% believe the more comfortable a nervous and scared client is, the less chance there is of this happening. I can remember this happening so often in other places that I've worked in my career. Since opening my own shop where I can control the environment, this rarely ever happens anymore. I know it's directly related to running my shop in a way that caters to making my clients feel the most comfortable possible. It eases their anxiety, it calms their fears, it makes for a better experience for all of us. Number 4, make them feel appreciated. They just paid you a lot of money, trusted you with a really important project, and hopefully sat like a champ the entire time. Let them know you appreciate that they chose you out of the sea of tattooers out there. How can you do that? Here are just some of the things that I do personally. I give all of my clients an aftercare bag. The contents are always changing, but the main contents will always be thorough aftercare instructions, business cards, free stickers, and then some sort of cool like freebie merch that I make. Whenever we can, we like to throw in like shop merch or some fun things that are donated by other local businesses. We do like coupons, flyers for cool events around the area, menus if they're from out of town. The clients love this, and it's so fun to personalize the bags for each artist. And make sure you thank them by name. Like, hey, John, thanks for coming in, man. Thanks for letting me do this tattoo on you. Thanks for letting me do your pet portrait. People love to hear their own name. So when you thank them, make sure you're saying their name along with it. It goes a long way. Make a big deal when they tip you, whether it's $5 or $100. It's extra, it's not required, and they like you and your work enough to give it, so thank them for it and be genuinely stoked about it. Shout them out by name. When you post their tattoo, talk about them. You just spent all that time learning about them. Share their story with the rest of the world. Don't be telling secrets, though. You know what I mean. Number 5, let them know you care. This one is so easy and it goes a long way also. It also kind of incorporates all of the above. Just give a shit about people. Is it their birthday, their anniversary? Is it a holiday or some significant or special day? Throw a card in the aftercare bag. Let them know you remembered. Check up on them. There's no reason we can't follow up in a few days after their appointment to make sure they're healing well and they don't have any questions that they're too afraid to ask. I've answered questions that could have caused a bad heal had I not checked in with them many times. It's so worth it to do this, especially for large pieces. Sometimes, if we had an inside joke from their appointment or something, I'll randomly reference it and tag them in a story or send them a reel or a meme about it. I do this genuinely and not in like a way that I'm trying to get anything out of it or like a creepy way or anything. I try to just stay friendly with my clients. And if you have things in common, it's easy to do and you end up staying on top of mind with them. So find those things and celebrate them with your clients. These are just some of the examples of things that you can do. The possibilities really are endless when creating a great experience for your clients. Come up with your own ideas. I'd love to hear them. If you follow these rules for every client interaction, the word will spread for you. Word of mouth will do so much more than any marketing or advertising campaign will ever do for you. Think about it. When you're asking for a reference for something, and say you post on Facebook and you're asking a community group like, hey, where's a good place to get a tattoo? And you get this whole slew of comments from random people that you don't know. And then that one person that you kind of know, or maybe they're a friend or you used to be close with them, they recommend someone. I don't know about you, but that's the person I'm going to because I know this person and I value their opinion because they're a friend of mine and I'm going to go where they say is a good place to go. So keep that in mind. Like, word of mouth is so much stronger than any other advertising efforts you could do. I hope this helps. Thanks so much for listening. If you got value from this one, please do me a favor and share it with a friend who also needs to hear it. All right, guys, that's it for today's episode. I hope you're feeling inspired and ready to make some moves today. Remember, it's all about showing up, putting in the work, and staying true to yourself. If you got something out of today's episode, share it with a friend who might need to hear it, and make sure to subscribe so we can keep this momentum going. Get updates on all of our latest episodes, events, and more by following us on social media at Bound by Art Project and by heading over to the website boundbyart.com. Thanks for hanging out and putting up with my shit. I'll see you next time. Now shut up, quit making excuses, and go get better.